ain't even ready for this one. Ah, six. God. Y'all sleeping. Hey, 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 hey.
What it do, bro?
We got a hyena now. I heard that
What
South
it
Africa was a
do?
hyena now, so we got a hyena now.
What does that mean? I've heard you say that. What does that mean?
You don't know what it means?
I don't.
So there's this show like in the States, Sway in the
Mm-hmm.
Morning. Um, when he interviews artists like this, so the best, it's like the best. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we've got an OG, we've got an Oga. So a hyena means it's like you're an OG of that thing. Usually he says we've got a hyena, it's a rap show. It's a rap
Okay.
show. So when the rapper
Okay.
when the rapper brings bars and they're cool, he says we've got a hyena.
Bet.
You know, so
Bet, bet, bet,
yeah,
bet, bet.
we got an industry hyena.
What
Bow, bow, bow,
what was that
bow.
thing you did? Unama gang signs, Lana. I saw when you were starting. I'm like, which one is this one now?
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know. It just
You're
it just comes. But
out here.
listen, Willie. Peggy Luke Kelly in the house. Shout out, my boy.
Hey,
How are you?
happy belated, Becky. Oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna say happy birthday. Happy belated. Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great, man. I'm so excited. You can see my face. I'm glowing. I'm so excited to have you on this live. It's not even funny. It is not even
I
funny. Wow.
think you're so consistent. I love your energy. You're so consistent. This is who you are. Every time a live starts, this is your energy. You love what you do, and it's beautiful to see. So shout out, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Nah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, man, for coming through. So, just a rough intro of what we do. So, basically, we call this talking everything industry, and I think I explained it a while back. Uti, the idea came about in Uti. We get a lot of DMs from people who want to join the entertainment industry and they don't necessarily know how to go about it. Also,
Yeah.
this is to sort of address some of the things they ask about and also educate them what's the best way to go about it and also celebrate some of the achievements that you've done because you're killing it. You know, you're doing the
Hey,
most.
man. Hey, hey. By the grace of God, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, this is amazing, man. 6 on the live, guys. I told you. You thought it was a game. I told you. I was gonna go game.
No, shout out. Shout out
Yeah.
to the space. I think it's so important. I think we need more of this.
Mm.
I don't think we could ever do this
Yeah.
enough, you know. So the more and more we have these earnest, truthful conversations, you know, around the work that
Yeah.
we do and the industry, I think it's building, you know, it's to build a formidable foundation for the industry as well. I think a lot of people have gone into the space blindly. So
Yeah.
this is really dope. This is really, really
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Major shout
Yeah.
out,
Nah,
my boy.
definitely. Okay. So I'm gonna jump straight to question number one, right?
Let's get into it.
First of all, before I wrote this question down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how cool you are? Like, do you look in the mirror and be like, you know what? Yes, I'm her. Like, this is me.
Not I'm
Do you have moments like that?
her.
Do you have
Um,
moments like that where you're like, no, I'm the coolest chick on the planet. Like, I've seen a bit of you, like, and I even follow your page and stuff. Like, even from the
mhm.
attire to the way you dress, I'm just like, this is a cool person. You know what I mean? So do you do you have that? Do you just look at yourself and be like, you know what, I'm that girl, guys. Like,
I
this is
think
me.
I think my question is what constitutes cool? What makes a person cool?
I, I think comfortability in one's skin and just being cool with being authentic and being different. Like, I'm different from
Mm-hmm.
everyone else and I'm
Mm-hmm.
comfortable.
I
You
love
know, because
that.
some people can feel like if they're different, it's a bad thing and like I don't fit
Mhm.
in. But you're just you. Like even your swag is different. You know, I
Okay.
remember yeah, I remember seeing your dress code. I'm like, okay, that's different, but it works. It works for her. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh man, that's funny. I think I definitely do feel cool. I do have my moments. I think I express my cool through fashion, right?
aha.
I think that's where I really get to like sit in my coolness. Not an entire packet, my boy. Um,
No idea what happened there.
you know what? You know what? That's
Yeah.
so real. I appreciate that. I wasn't ready. I think I use fashion to do that. I use fashion to express that. And I think how I dress really does that for me. I do look in the mirror and I'm like, my God, no. Today you put together something nice.
Hey.
So to that extent, yeah, I think I'm quite cool. Otherwise, I think to a great extent, I thought that I'm quite boring. So yeah, I enjoy the fashion to say, okay, show, we're out here.
Boring.
But I am cool in my circles. In my
Aha.
circles. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean you thought you're boring? Boring how? Where? Who?
I don't know. I think I'm a very strict person. I think my personality can be like kind of cutthroaty or like narrow. Yeah. Yes, I'm bubbly. I'm a people's person, but also I can be pedantic.
Huh.
You know. But I'm pretty cool on the surface for some people that don't know me. Yeah. But I think when you get to know me for real, then you also realize, oh, actually, yeah, cool person. Just need to like get away from the many things. Yeah. I mean, now I'm saying a lot of things, but I do think I'm cool sometimes.
Yeah. I wonder what the many things are. Like now you've sparked my curiosity because there are many things.
I think when you get to know a person, you get to realize there's many layers to them, right? There's way more than what meets the eye, because you can see someone crossing a street or across a church and you realize, oh my goodness, oh, what a swag, you know, put together, you know what I'm saying? You're like, clean. No. And then you get to have a conversation with them, you're like, no, cool person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down with someone for a coffee. And they have an issue with how you drink your coffee, for example. Well, it was one,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you sit when you whatever, you know, like your etiquette, those kind of things. And yes, not to say that there's no grace, right? But that there's little things that inform how you receive a person. And then you become cool with that person once you realize who they are, right? Once you get to know them, if you guys are aligned in that manner. So that's what I mean when I say once you get to know a person, you know, the things that make them them. And you realize that cool is a state of being, but also is informed. And
bars. Bars. You're dropping bars. Yes.
It's a state of being, right? It's who you are. It's beyond the fashion, right? It's how you lead your life. It's the things you listen to. It's your school of thought, like what drives you, kind of thing. So I think cool is also niche. I don't think people might necessarily think my kind of dressing style is cool. You know, someone may feel like it's different or like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? So cool is subjective as well. You know, so a person may think I'm cool by how I dress, but then they get to know me and they're like, hey, but your lifestyle, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I basically meant with all of that. I feel like it just became something that it wasn't meant to be. You just asked me if I think I'm cool. Yes, I think I'm cool sometimes.
Listen, this is going exactly where it should go. I'm loving it. Don't worry. You touched it, like this is exactly the answer I wanted. You gave me you, and I love it. And I love it. Nah, thank you for that. Okay, I wanna ask you, what is acting to
you? That's a big question, but also not, because it should be simple enough, right? Because that's what I do. I think acting for me has become a chance to convey life, right? Through someone else's shoes or perception or perspective. How I can depict a person's livelihood, their being, their personality, through this medium, right? It's a platform to mirror, but also not only mirror, because sometimes you get to do things that you haven't seen before, right? For example, your sci-fis, how you can bring what's imaginary to a truthful circumstance, you know, or make it truthful, convey it truthfully. And I think that's what acting is for me. A chance to reflect society and also show what society could be. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's a beautiful answer. Tell me, like you said something about sci-fi and how you bring something imaginative, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever had difficulty connecting with maybe an imagination, like for example, in the circumstances of a sci-fi, it's something you may not have been familiar with, a lifestyle. Have you ever like had trouble fully being like lost in that moment? And have you?
I have. I
Yeah.
have. I
How did you
have.
deal with that?
Um, I think it's important for us to sometimes remove ourselves
Yeah. Yeah.
from the situation, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we get to be called to as an actor. You are
Yes.
called to remove yourself or forget about what you
Yeah.
know, right? Or what has become reality for you, because you
Mm.
are creating another
Yeah.
reality with this person, right? And as you finding yourself in the space or in their space, in their world, there's things where you're just gonna be like, okay, akuhlangani, khona into awful apha,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. Had it been six in her real life, this would not be a thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or how would I then? And I think those moments call us to the character, right?
Mm.
Those are
Mm.
the moments that call you to the character. So, okay, cool. What world does the character exist in?
Mm.
Why does this make sense for the character? Why is it? And sometimes it really genuinely doesn't make sense, even for the character, because we are thrusted in so many things as actors, in a script or even on set, and you're like, but this is not something that the character would do because I've gotten to learn this
Mm.
person and know this person,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this does not connect to their innate being or like what we've come to build with this person.
Yeah.
But it's also in how you communicate it. But as an actor, finding myself in a sci-fi or like a non-real imaginative environment, I've had to make do, bro,
Yeah.
because i-script
Yeah.
city,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And i-location iti, and i-CGI, or not the CGI,
Yeah.
i-VFX, right? Special
Yeah.
effects is saying,
Yes.
no, VFX, not VFX, yes. VFX is saying, hey, this is the world. Like,
Yeah.
you know
That's
what I'm
fun.
talking about. You know
I
exactly
know.
what I'm
I
talking about.
know.
And we have had to do things that are just like, what do you mean? And you the way, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you just have to trust, right?
Yeah.
Because also it's understanding that you don't just exist in the situation as an island. There's a whole lot of people, there's a crew, there's vision, you know, behind this specific thing that's written on the script, and they see it in post, they see how it's going to look, and I don't
Yeah.
see it coming together now because it's me seeing this person in the clouds,
Yeah.
but the clouds are rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, my bro, what do you mean? You know?
Yeah.
So it's having to trust,
Yeah.
right? When the director says, okay, cool, in the scene, this is what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Sikelelwa does not see it, but Kosi needs to see it. Do you
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And trust in the vision that is being driven by the people that are working with you, that are also telling the same story as you, and submit,
Yeah.
surrender
Yeah.
your knowledge or what you think you know, or your reality, and understand that you're telling a different reality than what you know. And
Mm.
as an actor, stretch your imagination as well. Those are the things that you're called to stretch your imagination. Don't just think about what you know.
Yeah.
There's things that you don't know that the character is exposing you to, so be open to explore that.
Yeah. Interesting that you say that there are things that the character exposes you to. I'm curious. Like, have you ever had a moment where what the character exposes you to, like, you're surprised by, like, oh, that's interesting, but okay. Have you ever had a moment like that on set where you surprise yourself within the character?
I think I think if we're being honest with ourselves, there's always little surprises, in the pockets of the characters that we're experiencing, because you can plan, right?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
rehearse, you all of these nice things. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
be ready and prepared as an actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they call action,
Yes.
and the electricity is up.
Mm.
We are
Mm.
saying, we like everyone, it's go
Yeah.
time,
Yeah. Yeah.
the momentum is there, and we're all pushing towards the same
Yeah.
goal. And things are birthed in that space because you don't show up the same. I mean, it's good for you to show up in rehearsal the same way, but there's something about, there's a different energy when action is called.
Yeah.
And there's little things that come up in the looks, in how you see that other person and how they respond to your seeing them. And then it stops becoming the words. It's about, you know, the communication and it's just like something else. And then it becomes a layered, nuanced, beautiful scene that isn't just about what you guys were prepared or like what you guys had done before they said action. You know, it becomes something else. So surprises are always there.
Yeah.
I think we must just be open to them.
Yeah.
Right? We must be open to play as an actor when they say action.
Yeah.
And obviously those things are also enabled by your scene partners, you know, the people that you're in the scene with. You're not it's great to do, but you can only do so much if you're not having the back and forth, you know.
Absolutely beautiful. That is beautiful, man.
I'm curious, have you had those moments?
I have. Okay. I have had them, and sometimes it takes you by surprise, and you're like, you know what, it works.
Yeah.
You work with it.
Yeah, I'm expecting that. Okay.
And the nice thing as well is if, like, you within that surprising yourself, like your scene partner takes what you give them and runs with it. Like, oh, actually, this is
let's go.
Yeah.
Which man has that? Wait.
Yo.
Those are scary.
Robots.
Those are very scary.
Yeah. No. And I like that you said play, because the essence of it, that's what we're really doing. We get paid to play.
Yeah.
And you touched on imagination, and come to think about it, we used to act seeing Ghana not knowing we're acting.
Exactly.
And our imagination was so wild, because I think we used to pretend to have houses, to have cars, to have families, you know.
Imagine when I find
you understand? Yeah. So that's all it is. You've got to be open to play, and it's beautiful when they let you. And I like it usually on, like Mutoli said, whereby they let you play as well. Like, so yes, the scene is a guideline, but there are no restrictions. That's where the most beautiful and authentic scenes come from, in environments like that. So no.
That's very true.
Shout out. I have a question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, acting is full of like moments of gratitude where you come to a realization where you're like, you're like, wow, like, what? This is new. I've never been here. This is, where you have moments where you're like, you're in awe.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is where we are now. I'm a wow moments. I want you to take us through, like, maybe your most memorable moments like that, where you're like, it's up now. Like, I've never been here before. This is the biggest.
The biggest stage.
Yeah. Take me through some of the moments. Exit. Yes, sir.
Great people there.
Hey.
They're my baby. Hey, bro.
Talk to us.
Ruthless people. Lethal actors. You know what? I think, obviously, the stage is as big, or rather the moment is as big as it is in that time, right? Until you realize, there's bigger, right? So even the first moment, man, of me stepping on not even on a set, in a room for a script reading, right? This is me grade 10, grade 9, grade 10. Grade 10, my first ever TV gig. I'm walking in. I remember the first person I see is, I think her name is Katleho. No, but not Katleho Dangi. I think her name is Kat. She used to play Sharon on Generations.
Yes. Ooh, I remember her.
I bump into Shaz as I'm entering. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's crazy. And then you see Mbulelo Grotbom, you see Bonnie Mbuli, and I'm literally like, I sat next to Bonnie Mbuli, like at the script reading. I was like, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah.
And then Osayemi is across, like, I'm like, what are you saying,
Yeah.
dude? And that was a big moment for me.
Yeah.
I can't figure setting, because it's just saying I am in the room with these people,
Yes.
about to create work with them.
They are real.
Like, this is a big opportunity. This is hectic.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It was one of my biggest things ever. So that was definitely the beginning of it. Where
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what show was this?
Even the shooting.
What show was
This
this?
was Traffic. Season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1. Yeah, it was a police drama that played on ETV. It was 2014. Yeah, it dropped 2014. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean, dude? And then it got bigger.
Yeah.
I came to Joburg for a telenovela that was on Moja Love, the first ever telenovela on Moja Love, called Hope.
Yeah.
That was like my Joburg entry. Bro, a telenovela, and I am one of the leads. The biggest it can ever get. The biggest it's ever gotten.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? Every day I wake up to go do what I love. Come on. Like, every time I say this, I was like a motivational speaker, my boy. Every day. Like, I am here on Facebook. When you do what you love, oh, God is good. Like, my boy, I was the girl,
Yes, sir.
It was my season. So
Yeah.
it's been like those moments building up, But I also think that every work opportunity is big.
Yeah.
We can never take that away, because also working in the industry, having work in the industry, being a working actor is nothing that's easy. It doesn't, like, it's not happening for everyone. So that alone is something to be very grateful for. I mean, it's needless to say that we made another comeback and went to ETV again for House of Zude. Big. First season, it's something new, fresh, fashion oriented, like it's like the thing. Do you know what I'm saying? That's big. Every night you're on screen. You know what I'm saying? And it's also on free TV, meaning that a lot of people can see you. Like, to this day, I'm still Nambita to some people, And then it gets bigger. It's just like, what do you even mean? Showmax comes on, and I do something that a special body of work. Adulting will forever be like engraved in my heart. It's beautiful experience. Natasha was an awesome experience. And again, we will go back to the importance of the people you're playing with, right? Your scene partners. Kunene is a brilliant person. I mean, he is the country's Dimples Gebeng. Everyone knows. Okay, sure. So imagine having that grace to be in a room and or on a platform with him and create such a beautiful story. And while that was happening, God is like, I'm not done.
I ain't done.
The day my character decides it's Chai on Adulting, I think the next few weeks, we are celebrating the becoming of Agent 02, and God just says, here you go.
Wow.
And I've had conversations about this countlessly, that for the longest time, the conversation was, you bubbling, man. You've been bubbling under. Like, there's been almost in your life, there hasn't been sure, And 1802 was that for me. It was, I've been out here. I've been saying, I'm here. Please see me, And 1802 was that. At the biggest stage yet, the biggest character yet. I mean, leading a show, that's grace, man. That's grace. And I think
malls, in highways, in buildings. What do you mean?
Fam.
Yeah.
But I also think that the bigger it gets, the smaller you realize that, hey, man, what's a wang tandu? Like, the smaller you realize that I'm just a vessel. You realize, and again, like, he's working.
Yep.
it's glory to him, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So the bigger the glory to God, the bigger the stage, the bigger the character, the role, it's all just reflectant of what God wants to do, you know. And I think 1802 was that for me. It was just a deep gratitude of what God has done and what he continues to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Nah. For real. Shout out, bro. Shout out. Um,
Thanks, man.
yeah,
And
that's
that's where I got to meet you. So
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, that's amazing, man. It's amazing to hear the story from you as well. Because I think I remember I saw a post.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure whether it was on TikTok or it was on Instagram where I think it was TikTok, where you were saying, Woodsy, you needed to take time to sit back and just be like show gratitude to God for what has happened. Because you had started shooting, I'm a sketchy look please, none. But just to sit and soak in the moment, look, it's okay, this is happening. Like I'm number one. I'm number one now. Like, yo,
Hey,
you know.
yeah.
So to hear the story from the horse's mouth is amazing,
Thank
man.
you, Sam.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. Wow, yeah, you started in grade nine. Hey, people have been in the game, bro.
Hey, bro.
That's
Hey,
wow.
yeah.
That's what
That was
you know.
kind of fun.
Hey, wait, lalela. But he's faithful, you know.
Truly.
I just came to a realization. I don't know how this happened. I think I got too excited. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I got too excited. I guess it all happens at the right time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bulelo. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Um, you, ma'am, are the world class talent that yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peggy Lugeli. Shut up, bro.
You know what to
Shut
do,
up.
brother. You know what
Yeah.
to do.
So,
Thank you.
I don't know. We're gonna have to circle
Okay.
back. Because how about 120? It's just that, hey, I've been waiting for
First
this.
lane.
Yeah. But I forgot to ask you, I know you. We know you here. But some people don't know who Six is. Like, So could you just quickly just circle back and take us through Sikelelwa Vuyeleni? Who's this girl? Where's she from? What's she about? And yeah.
Sure. I think you get to really know a person through the conversations they have. Hey, so
True.
we didn't do bad by not,
Yeah.
because it's just like you're gonna get to know her as we're talking.
Yeah.
But officially, Sikelelwa Vuyeleni,
Yeah.
a girl like a Xhosa girl from the Eastern Cape and Cape Town.
Mm.
Yeah, that's just come to really fall in love with performance, but also growing in the love for performance and the industry that that is in.
Yeah.
There's growth in that space. It's evolving. I'm finding so many things that I'm also interested in within that.
Mm. Mm.
And I'm also just a child of God, man. Like, I love of the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have testimonies at church, when you're like, Mamelani, akho ndize ngayo apha. All I'm here to
Yeah.
say is that God has saved me. God loves me. And
Yeah.
Lina, I love God. I have been saved. Bazalwane. Ngiyamthanda uThixo. uThixo, literally, that's the
Yeah.
girl that I am right now. It's been quite a journey. And I think that aspect of my life has become what I need my life to be ruled by, God,
Mm. Mm.
and even now how I look into the industry, how I approach the industry, how I approach my work is also rooted in
Yeah.
that. So there can be many titles that we like put on ourselves, but I think the biggest one yet right now is not even right now, the biggest yet, and I think that will ever be, is that I'm a child of God.
Yeah.
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 So everything that you then see me as, that's the lens through which I'd like everyone to see me from.
Yeah.
And it means that I'm flawed. It means that I'm redeemed. I'm forgiven. I am empowered.
Mm.
That by
Mm.
the blood of Jesus, life is looking. Even if it's not, because my dad is a victor.
Yes, sir.
He has overcome the
Yep.
world. Yeah, man. So everything now that I do needs to be informed by that. And there's also the whole thing of do it all like you're doing it unto God, you
Mm.
know. So that's my lens. That's who I'm trying and fighting every day to root myself in, and the whole idea of hey man, if it's not showing Christ, if you're not dying every day, if you're not dying daily to yourself, then what are we doing? So I'm on that pursuit. So that's what informs who I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I like that you said that you're a child. But man, I love child of not because I love
It's Saturday,
I love
my
children
boy.
of
It's
God.
Saturday.
Yeah. I love children of God in the industry because I feel like we need more of us to show young people coming up that hey, you know, God can, like if you have that dream in your heart, He put it there for a reason, and He wants to make you an example of Uti. What can He do with His kids? You know, we've always been taught to Uti, you need to be a bad person or a corrupt person to succeed in life or in this industry. So we definitely need light bearers to say, nope, that's a lie. It is not true. And I
Exactly.
remember on set, I was still scared to talk to you or greet you or anything because I'm just like, that's the stuff of the show. You can't just
Imagine.
before body cards come and say, how dare you talk to her? You know. But I remember every morning during breakfast you had headphones on and you were always worshiping, man. And I think that caught my attention. I was like, huh, okay, me and her have something in common because
Yeah.
this like I'm on that journey because when 1802 came for me, it literally came at a post where I had drawn closer to God. You
That's
know
good.
how life will draw you closer to your Father. I was at that point where like everything was God, prayer, worship, prayer, worship. So
Yeah.
my 1802 time was a lot of that. So even when I'm coming to set, I'm like, so I hear you, I'm just like, how leading ladies singing gospel.
Yeah.
And it made me curious. Is that you? Or are you just singing? Like, you know, some people just sing gospel because it's gospel. Then
Yeah.
they sing it because they have a relationship with, you know.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. It's good that you said that. I want to go back to what you said, right? In grade 9. Oh, here's an ask. What's your ask, sir? Please
That's the kind of
ask.
worry. I'm very worried. Please,
Please,
big.
what's your ask? Ask us, sir. Ask
Ask
us.
away,
Ask us.
my brother.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
waiting
So while we're waiting
for
for
his
his
ask.
question, right?
Mm-hmm.
While we're waiting for his question, I want to find out. You said you started in grade 9. So when it's been arts value since like you started arts in high school and after high school, or what was the vibe there in high school and after high school? Did you why go? Uh-huh.
So I think art is always, or rather performance has always been there, right?
Mhm.
But obviously some things you get to see in retrospect,
Yeah.
right? But I went to a drama or an arts and culture focused school, or two high schools, both my high schools, because hey,
Yeah.
I moved around a lot growing
Yeah.
up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So my first years of high school were at Bella Secondary or
Yeah.
secondary school. And then from grade 10 to 12 was in Esterefir. And both of those schools, by the grace of God also, because God is so intentional with us, they were both arts and culture focused schools. So
Mm-hmm.
drama was a subject. And
Mm-hmm.
literally, I don't know why I chose drama in grade 8 and 9. I don't know. I don't think, like, I never thought I wanted to be an actress. Like, I didn't grow up saying I want to be an actress, you know?
Ah,
It wasn't a thing for me.
yeah. What
I
was
think
it
also
then?
because there wasn't, I wasn't exposed
Yeah.
to that,
Yeah.
right? I didn't have reference points. I mean,
Ah,
yeah, you watch TV, but you're also not watching. Like, I get immersed in what I'm watching, but I'm not coming out with, I would
I
want to do that.
get you. I
You
get
know
you.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me. So I go to high school and I do drama, and I'm like, okay, cool, I like this. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool, 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 sure, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And then like every other subject, you go deeper from grade 10, right? And grade 10, I know Ziakala. So already grade 9, I am in an agency because I asked my mom, please put me in an agency because I'm seeing my friends that I stay with in like in the location that I was staying at, that they are on magazines. Like
Eh.
these people are models. They are wearing clothes. I'm like, oh, even me, I want. You know, that was the only interest that got me to come to or to go to an agent.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
little to no auditions. It was not a thing. Probably had one photo shoot for a textbook, a school textbook.
Okay.
And then, so somewhere, in a curriculum somewhere, I'm on a school textbook. I can't remember for what grade.
Yeah.
And then, I got an audition. I know you never saw me on a, no. You never saw me on a textbook. Please don't even think. Not that. Hardly, hey?
Yeah.
Because I also can't even tell you. I think I probably saw it once in passing also. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, grade 9. I think I got the audition. No, I'm lying. I got the audition in grade 10. I got the audition in grade 10. My dad took me.
Yeah.
Yeah, also even that, having parents that are gonna take you to these things is also a privilege.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got the audition, and the rest was history, I guess. So I never really even going to the audition was because I have an agent. Do you know what I'm saying? It was not because but also at school it was cooking.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it. Now I was starting to. So I did drama in high school as a subject deeply.
Yeah.
Did performance outside of school. Even went to like an exchange student thing. Went to Germany in grade 12.
Yeah.
Grade 12. Yeah, grade 12 for an exchange done for drama specifically. And then after school, I was like, I want to go to acting school. Like, I'm not going to do anything else. I don't see myself doing anything else. But I also had to like apply at other institutions for something else, right? So
yeah.
I was in Cape Town, so I tried UCT for acting. Both my options were acting. I was like, if it's not a degree, it's going to be a diploma in acting. And then And then I applied at CPUT, which is Cape Peninsula University of Technology. Can you hear the noise?
No.
Okay. And then I studied film there. I applied for film, and then I got accepted for film, and UCT said, no, we don't want you for acting. So yeah, that's how I got. Because my thing was, if I'm not doing acting, I need to be in the space within. I need to be still in the industry. So I did a diploma in film, and I got to Joburg, and I went to actor spaces, and it's just been vibes, man. It's just been vibes. Yeah. That's how my acting journey continued. And obviously, because I had already gotten the training in high school, I could hold my own, you know. I knew what I was doing, and I continued to grow. I continued to grow as an actor. But the love for it came later in my life, or rather in my high school years. I didn't know that there was this. I think the moment I realized, oh, Ikona in Italian, I was like, oh my God. And then I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, let's go. This is where it's at. And then I fell in love. The moment I stepped on set, it was time.
Yeah. Dope.
Good question, Becky.
Yeah. Where your faith is concerned, how do you select work that won't compromise that? Interesting.
A very, very, very good question. I think for the journey of becoming, right, or getting to where I'm at in faith or with God, it's been a journey. And I think I haven't necessarily been aware of how that is influenced by who I am, right? But in the recent years, I think maybe the past 2 years or so, it's in who the person is and what their story is, right? What do they stand for? What are they saying in what they are doing? I remember in my earlier days, or in my younger time, maybe like early 20s, late teens, I fell into the trap of lustful characters, right? There was a whole thing of, you can play sexy, you can play dirty, you can, you know what I'm saying? You could do this kind of thing. And we're actors, right? We're vessels, you know, where there is talent, performance you'll get, right? But also, what are you saying? I remember there's these Mzansi Magic films that I've done before. And people that still watch them or see them on TV like, yo, what you did to that friend of yours, they're on that thing, yo, was very dirty, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously those are not good things, you know, that we're not depicting good solid friendships, right? Where there's loyalty, which is something that we need to do. Like there's something
Yeah.
that exists. We shouldn't always be looking at, because it's not to say that it's not a depiction of reality, because those things can happen. But now the question is, what do I stand for? What kind of story am I perpetuating also as an actor?
Yeah.
So in my recent years, and in my getting closer to God, it's in the story. What is she saying? What is she standing for in this bigger picture? You know, what is the influence? For example, we'll talk about adulting, right?
Yeah.
Natasha's character. I was in the audition room. The brief was clear about we must be comfortable in having sex scenes. We must be comfortable in nudity. We must, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are things that are going to happen. And you go to the audition, even in the audition, they ask, you must declare on tape, are you comfortable with doing these things?
Yes.
And I was like, of course, because it's simulated sex. It's not necessarily us doing like weird things and stuff. Sure, because it's also part of life, right? It's things that happen. Sure.
Yes.
But
Yes.
how you do it is important. Tasteful, right? Because we're not doing porn,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is, what is her story? Who is Natasha? Who is, and the nudity thing, I'm not showing my goodies on screen. No, that is my body. This is, and even then, like, I wasn't even I wasn't in, you know, I wasn't yet saved.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Lord hadn't said, come back, my baby.
Yes.
This lukewarm business of yours is not working.
Yes.
But, and this is not disrespectful to anyone else, right? In what they've chosen, what they have, the stories they've decided to tell, because we are different, you know, in our ways, and we choose differently as well. We've got different criteria. But because also at home, man, like there was standards of values that I sort of had. But there's parts of me that I wouldn't be comfortable in showing on screen anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then my faith even like put that down even further, right? But anyway, so in the choosing of Natasha, or rather even in them choosing me as Natasha, I was very clear on there's certain things that I'm uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
And I was surprised to get a call back, and I was surprised to even get the gig. But even though I said I'm not a, you know, sure. Do you make it, brew?
Hey.
And then on set now, one thing I'd always appreciate is having intimacy coaches, because you understand the caliber and the depth of what it is that you're doing.
Yes.
Right. As the production, so you see a need to facilitate a safe space, a respectful space, but also like a good environment for the actors involved. Right.
Yeah.
If you see it, the one sex scene that Natasha had was like she was wearing a dress.
Yeah.
You never saw her body.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't see parts of her that were extra compromising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I will always be grateful for that, because my wishes were respected. I was dressed appropriately, even underneath my dress, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that taught me something as well. But now, because I'm where I'm at, it's in the communication with the production. You know, it's even with my agent. Don't send me alcohol briefs. I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go to it, because I mean, you don't necessarily have to. In fact, you probably hardly drink the alcohol on set when you're doing a commercial, right? But don't align me with something that I am not like living in my real life, right? Because also I'm aware that once you attach me with something that is not in alignment with what God is leading me to, or the journey that I'm on, I've already lost the mark. I've missed the mark. You know, what am I leading? Because we have these platforms for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's important for me, but what am I saying? And in my saying that, as someone that's proclaiming Christ every other day, hounding you that I'm a child of God, and then I'm gonna turn around and, you know, act differently or do something else. So it's tough.
Yeah.
In the briefs that you have to now be selective on. It's like, hey, I'm uncomfortable. Kutwa, she is the lady of the night. I'm so sorry, but I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not what. And then we get to have the conversation of, what stories are good enough then for you to tell? You know, if we're Sikelelwa Vuyeleni, holier than thou, to a point where it's giving you judging the character, which is now obviously against everything we believe in as actors, right? Don't judge your character. Don't do that. You can't do that. And also, are you saying that you're not a good enough vessel, that you are going to be depicting society to you, like to your audience? Are you not fertile ground for people to have the conversation about these things? Because also you could be that. You like, for example, with the Natasha thing, for me was, this is such a good storyline because there are baby daddies and baby mamas that are going through this everywhere, you know, where kids are being separated from their dads because they're not good enough, right? Is the baby mama even thinking about what that does to the child? Or is it all about her ego and wanting baby daddy to show up financially, but emotionally that child is suffering because they need their dad? And girls specifically need, in fact, every child needs their two parents, right, in their lives. So in my depicting Natasha, I'm saying, hey, this is a real issue. You know, the craziness of Natasha, even though she thinks, sure, it's grounded or founded on something that she wants the better. Yes, in her perspective, she's thinking, I'm doing this for my child, really. I'm not doing it for myself. Because I don't want her to see you go through all of these things as Eric, hijacking cars, going in and out of jail, seeing you being a failure. I don't want that. We've got a solution here that's taking us out of the hood. And this man is going to pay for this child's education. She's going to be good. And I need you to come through after she's like in matric, when she's grown enough and not impressionable anymore. So I'm saying, as the actor, not just the character now. The character has her own beliefs, and I respect them. But now, as the actor, I'm saying, are we seeing the issue? Are we considerate of the child? So in my choice, also, I'm thinking, what's the kind of conversation I'm trying to have? Where is it taking us as a society? But also, it's not compromising who I am. Acting is hardly about the actor. Right?
Absolutely.
But also, we're not gonna lie and say, when people see you, they don't see the character. Because Zombona sends one thing on TV and then see me doing something else and treat me like that person when I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? So we as separate as we are, we have to also be aware of the audience is brilliant, is smart, but also you do your job that well. That, hey, sweetie man, I can't unsee that crazy chick Natasha. You know what I'm saying? So it's about being cognizant of all of those things. It's very tough. It's very tough. You have to be okay with folding your hands for some time. You know, and waiting for the right ones. But also, I think it's time that we are able to have the conversations when people see your worth and your talent and how you can contribute to their piece of art, right? It's in the, hey, I like this character, you know, but I really think that, excuse me, maybe she can be having a better ending, you know. She could be reformed somehow. She could be saved somehow, you know. Excuse me. Or maybe we could take out the sex scene. It's not necessary. You know, we could do away with little parts, because I mean, I'm uncomfortable with showing skin on screen. Or showing compromising. Don't you know what I'm saying? Even the language of the character, like, there's so many things that you get to now see, and then you start realizing, actually, maybe it's time to be more on the creating side. You know? So it's all of those conversations that make you realize, Bana, we're not even making enough Christian content, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we're depicting society, yes, but the church is nowhere. It's hardly in that society.
And it used to be. Just the funny thing, it used to be. It used to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also, even in that, there's also so much corruption that's always attached to the church when we're depicting these stories. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
yeah,
There's way
yeah,
too much of that.
yeah,
And not to say it doesn't exist, but Sana, we can't be looking at the negative side only of things.
yep,
And I think
yep,
our society now is prone to look at the negativity of
yeah.
things. And how are we then uplifting in our stories? I don't think our stories are uplifting anymore. It's all about pop culture, where we are right now, the over consumerism, the sex symbols. It's the yo kuningi mpana,
Yeah,
kuningi. So I do think that it's also a call for the kingdom.
yeah,
It's also a call
yeah,
for the kingdom,
absolutely.
you know. What are we doing? What are
Yeah,
we saying? There's so many stories that we could tell that are building, you know, society and leading society to the right path. So there is a gap somewhere. But yeah, that's my process, Peggy. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one, but we grow every day, and I
yeah,
think that's where you get to realize that you also can't just look at the industry for employment,
yep.
right? You can't just be here. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. Hey, 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 hey. I think that deserves an applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you she loaded. She too damn loaded. God damn, we got a hyena there. Yo.
The hyena situation is so funny. Yeah.
He asked you one question, but you touched on so many important factors, bruh. Because it is very important. Like I like that you said that it's a call to the kingdom. Because when you see such things, I think sometimes God puts us in such spaces, like ungangena uyi-actor, so that you can see these things, and he says, hey, we have a role. We have a very important role. So I like that you're seeing that, bro. I like that you're seeing that, because there used to be, even in Google Africa Magic Place, we used to see my stories whereby they teach you, hey, if you do bad things, there are consequences, none. Now it's more focusing on this is life now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Repercussions, as if it's certain things are okay. So yeah, there's a code. There's a
Yeah.
code, man. Golly.
We've got a lot of work to do. We've
Yeah,
got a lot of work to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a mouthful. That was a mouthful, ladies and gentlemen. That was a mouthful, but I love it. I am here for it. All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Back to the question I have for you. But good question, Peggy. Shout out to the question for you.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah. Here's another one. People see us on screen not knowing there's a life outside, right? So you're seeing me, I'm on an 1802. 1802 is playing for like half the year and whatever. And probably by the time most of these things playing, sometimes you're or you're already done,
Mm-hmm.
So people don't necessarily know there's a life outside. Like the
Yeah.
road to, they don't know there was life before 1802. There was a six before 1802. So I want you to take us through six before the screen. How's six before this? What's life like? What's life like off screen? You've touched on it, you're a church girl and stuff. But I want to also find out how, when you're not shooting, when you're not on set, you're not busy. What does life look like for you? And also maybe touch on how you prepare, like during that hunting season or that waiting season. Just take us through that for you.
Mm.
Hey, for you.
Sanbona. Thank you so much, Mbulelo. Begging, facts. You can't be talkers, you also need to be doers. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, let's keep building. Let's keep building. Um, to answer your question, so different seasons look differently,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The six before 1802 is
yeah,
a different six to the six now,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think also, especially after a long time
Mm,
with the character, right? There is a there's almost like an undoing and unbecoming and undressing that you have to go through,
mm,
right? Because you've just been so, especially at the level that I was involved in with
yeah.
1802. It's almost like a restarting
Mm,
altogether, because majority of my days were filled with Kosi, right?
mm,
Now it's almost like, how does life, like it's almost like we're
mm.
recreating again,
Yeah.
because what's a weekend in a 6-day week? You know,
Right.
what's a
Yeah.
weekend in a 6-day week to say, I know how my life looks every day after that, you
Ish.
know?
Yeah.
So I had to really settle down again and calm down, and get to a point where I have to figure out, okay, cool, that's just happened.
Mm.
Mourn it, grieve it, because also I love that journey so much.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoyed what that was, and not just on screen, but also behind the scenes, you know, the people that we got to meet on that set, the people who got to become out of that set, what that set made us
Yeah.
to be, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think there was a lot of unshedding, or not unshedding, of shedding to do, and unlearning to do, and undoing to do, and also get to realize, man, okay, cool. Now let's build again. Who is this person? What are their habits? What do you get up to? You know, what's the next thing, right? What are you asking God for? And then get to realize, okay, there's no work coming in. Who do you then become in this season? Like, how are you living your life? So with all that being said, gym is one of my biggest things. I have fallen in love with the gym. Yes, inconsistent or coming through on and off, but knowing that I gotta get back, you
Mm.
know, community,
Mm.
the people that I have around me, people that hold me down, people that can talk God to me, people that can build me up, people that I can laugh with. And I think, man, literally since the ending of 1802, I've been just engulfed in love, in beauty, in just hearts of people. And I think 2024 for me was that. It was just, I came out of there with just fullness, just by the people that are around me, you know. Felt loved, felt seen, moved boldly because of the people that I was surrounded by. Um, and God is a big aspect. God is a big part of it. He informs it. Church is a big thing. Serving at church is also like something that I do.
Mm.
Reading, and now recently, this year I'm at
Mm.
school. So in my waiting season, I try to keep focused, because I think the waiting before 1802 taught me something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It taught me
Mm.
stillness, right? That it's not to say it's not gonna
Mm.
come, you know.
Oh,
it's
come
it's
on.
it's what are you doing in the waiting, you
Yeah.
know? How are you waiting? It's the waiting well
Mm.
that matters, right?
Mm.
Because they're gonna come, you know. Yes, I've got hopes for more. Like I'm like, oh, I wish I could be
Mm.
swimming right now to prepare.
Mm.
I wish I could be learning a new skill, you
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
that they can be something that I'm adding onto my thing. But also there's financial constraints,
Yeah.
you know, there's things that you can't do the way you'd like to do. But I'm reading, I'm looking at Six Lens and trying to also put onto like my platform teaching, you know, how can I give back,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yeah.
I think after 1802, that was also a big thing. How am I giving back? How am I, because again, it's the whole conversation of DMs, bro. The DMs are
Yeah.
real,
Yeah.
but we can't answer every
True.
DM. But I can say, check the link in my bio, because it sends you to my YouTube that basically talks about the thing you're asking me,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
So it's that it's nurturing to be an actor. It's having conversations that are building me. Ooh, I want to sneeze. Sorry,
It's okay. It's
it's
okay.
not coming.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's failing and trying again,
Mm.
man. It's finding consistency again. It's building routines and seeing what works. But this year I've been battling with school. I'm back at school. Doing a course via UNISA, a degree
Wow.
via UNISA.
Yeah.
I'm in my first year, so it's also just the ability to start over again,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
um, and trying to find pace in that as well. Grateful that I'm even granted the time to do that, like because there's no work right now, right?
Yeah.
It means that I can fully focus and give all my attention and set a proper grounding, so that when the work does come in, I'm able to juggle all my
Yeah.
things because I've got a good head on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So also God sees us in that light, right? Because you've committed to education this year. Yes,
Yeah.
the work is not there yet, but you need to understand that you also asked for this thing. So this is also my way of saying,
Mm.
hey, I know that you need the time to settle in this thing.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be able to do both at the same time.
Yep.
So there's also those things of having to find a perspective, right? So how Six looks outside of shooting or off screen, she's really humaning, you know?
Yeah.
She's humaning, trying to figure it out, have nothing set on stone. Literally, even now, in the next few months, my life is about to change drastically because I understand that things might not look the way we want them to look. And are not going to be how we want them to look. For God to propel us, sometimes need to take us back, you know? We need to figure out, I need to be a slingshot, you know?
Yeah.
I need to be taken back for me to be propelled forward. So it's also, I'm also realizing that it's okay, man. Success looks different for everyone, you know?
Yeah.
After a big show, it's not all of us that are going to be on to the next big show, you know, having lined up emails saying, yo, please audition for this, I want you for this, you know, international.
Yeah.
You're like, we got this, man, here's a new agent for you, here's a manager, you know what I'm saying? Not all of us have that, and it's okay,
Yeah.
you know, because also I think I'm also learning that who is in charge? Mutiko is in charge.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
who's in charge of my career, of my life. So all I just need to do is just stay ready. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
also means, Bana, read monologues, man. Read scripts. See what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Shoot those videos. Look at them and see what are your habits.
Yeah.
You know, so that when that thing comes, it doesn't catch you off
Yeah.
guard. You know.
Yeah.
So it's all of that. It's all of that and more. It's in the little things, you know, of really trying to not only survive but thrive in whatever season that you're in, even if it may seem like it's not fertile soil for you to. But hey, man, your God is a good God. God is faithful. God is
Yeah.
very faithful,
Yeah.
and that shows in how I live. Like you could never see my problems because God does very well with giving me joy and peace and covering me.
Yeah.
And I'm always grateful for that. Like people don't know how much I'm fighting,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the worries I have because God does away with those things, and I'm grateful for that. You
Yeah.
know, he's really that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's me, man. You know, I think I get to realize Banyani in my little things, man. God is there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's really there. So that's why I'm off
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
Just a person trying to navigate life with God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, beautiful. That's such a beautiful and heartfelt answer, man. Thank you for that. Thank you
I
for
feel like
that.
I talk a lot. I feel like my answers are very long. That
But
is
I
the
love it.
essays.
I love that. I love that because now you get into. I love detailed answers because people get so much from them. You know, rather than yes and no's. You know, so
Yeah.
shout out to you. Shout out to you. And I'm sensing a speaker in you of some sort. You know, the pastoring motivational speaker, but not but yeah, I'm sensing it now. Like who's mother took niggas you kuluma, like addressing people. Yeah, yeah, Gaibon. And I like what you said, man. You know, it's touching me as well because you know, as Christians in the industry, our journey is different. And it does it's not as as straightforward as most people would be because one thing about us when God puts us in a platform, we're there to shine his light, you know. So sometimes we need to be built, we need to be toughened up. I just think about I think it was Joseph, you know, his upbringing was fire, you know. So if your ending is gonna be great, especially in God's light, the things that you need to endure will shape your character and make you the person. You know, there's a destination that you know he's taking us to, which needs us to go through this. You know, you talk about your reading or whatnot. I can just imagine the kind of actor or producer or whatever else you'll be growing after this.
Yeah.
After we load down information in Gaza. So yeah, no, shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. I'm picking some stuff up and I'm just like, hey, people don't know we're fighting, bro. Like you said, people don't know
Fam.
we're fighting because
Huh.
it doesn't show. You know, it doesn't show, and yeah, man, it's beautiful, but it's beautiful because it's a winning fight. You know the
Yeah.
out, the
Yeah, you
outcome.
exactly.
You
And that is
just
fighting from a position of already victory.
you
I think
understand. You
we don't
understand.
utilize that enough.
Yeah.
We don't walk with that knowledge enough. Like I suffer from not understanding that.
Yeah.
The depth of that, I don't understand it. And the day it clicks, my boy,
Yeah, no, I think we
you
all
are a
do.
boy.
We literally need to remind ourselves every time because okay, fine.
Yes.
It's just the enduring part. Your own is just to endure, but go through the process. Like it's like a character. Just play the parts. Even the parts that
Exactly.
are like shark on a jungle fan
Um,
dam. Usazovuka fan dam shy.
take it. To bring the other cheek.
Hey. Yeah,
Exactly.
no. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, man. I'm sure it's going to be inspiring to a lot of people who are going to listen to this. And one thing you're highlighting as well is that the don't come to the industry think it's going to be easy. That's one thing I always try to tell people when they say, I want to be an actor. Okay, cool. But be ready for anything. Your character must be built strong. I think us, in any job, yes, but I feel like in acting, we go through a lot more trying times than most jobs. And it's worse because you're in the public eye. Someone who works at a Shoprite or wherever, if bang a span, no one might know because you don't know when unless it's your family. But us, because the world sees us, and when they don't see you, they're like, Aibu, when are we seeing you next?
Do I hire myself? Do I hire? Clearly, you're saying I must create the shows and hire myself.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But also maybe it's like God showing you what maybe you should like come up hither to where
Exactly.
look at Connie Ferguson, look at the Ferguson,
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
yeah, it's a journey we're learning
Hey.
and we're being built up, man. I love it. 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 I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I ask this question?
Tell us so we can know.
Now, 18. What's the secret to booking a leading role? I also want to know. Because you booked a couple, right? Like, what's the secret to booking a leading role?
Sure.
Yeah, like for you, Uma Upukalama role now, like I don't know what's the preparation process, what's the mindset, like how do you approach these characters in a way that because we know in an audition there's like thousands of people that get so how do you make sure that you're that one person that stands out, you're that one person that does the most justice to the story? Like how do you approach an audition whereby so many people, some people are already they've been in the on TV 10 years and whatever, you're going against those people for one role, and then how? Like, I really want to know. I'm taking notes myself.
Sheesh, man. I think it's a very hard question. I don't think it has a specific answer as well, right? Um, timing is everything,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just like how I go into a room having interceded and
Mm,
asked to be interceded for.
mm,
There's someone else has done the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah,
There's like
yeah,
five of us, four of us,
yeah,
however many of us that have also gone through with that much support,
yeah, yeah.
So it's not gonna be like a thing of my prayers were bigger than
Mm,
theirs or
mm,
their prayers were bigger than mine,
mm.
So that's why I'm saying timing and specifically God's timing,
Yeah,
right? Especially for
yeah,
us, right?
yeah,
Because He knows when the right time is. He knows when you are ready enough for something. He knows when you
yeah,
can handle, when you have the capacity for
yep,
something,
yep.
right? So it starts there. I think there's many leading roles I haven't gotten,
Mm,
many than ones that I've
yeah,
gotten. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I'm even shy to say that it could be even in my preparation, but I could
yeah.
say that I have been prepared for that,
Mm,
right? Not me
yeah,
preparing self. Yes, it's good. It's important for you to prepare,
yeah,
but I have been getting prepared for this.
yeah.
And just examples about the previous two big things, which are H02 and adulting. Natasha, I experienced a Natasha.
Mm,
I was closely associated with Natasha. I've even done a stint of Natasha on something I was just playing around with, like during lockdown. And this thing of shooting monologues, saying shoot your shots, just posting. I've done a Natasha somewhere, There's Natasha been birthed somewhere in me. And then there we go. They decide there's a Natasha character that they want to do, and I get there and I rock a Natasha. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I have been prepared for this, right? There's parts of our lives that add up. And then for 1802, I remember there's a different, I can't even remember the audition, but I remember how I handled myself in the audition, like my body, right? How my body was, more than the words that I used or how I was saying the words.
Yeah.
Because again, acting is beyond what we say, It's how we live in characters, how we live in these people. So in my preparation for 1802, really in retrospect, I was not my preparing or my getting the brief was coming on top of something that was already being prepared in me, right? The beginning of that year, the beginning of 2023, was me and God. It was my time with Him, and I think I was just being I was being built. I was being, just whatever that was happening in the secret place was preparing me for that. For the stillness that Kosi had to have, like the royalty in her without necessarily being of royalty. The understanding of the burden that she was to carry. So when I get the character, I read the character, get to know the character, get the brief and, the breakdown and get to understand her. And I step in the room and I embody her and I live in her skin. I remember having a chat and being told, you just felt like Kosi. When I saw your tape, you just lived in Kosi. You embodied her so well that whoever that was also on the callback list had to do a lot of work to get to where you have put her.
Wow.
Yeah. It was hard for it to be a question of many people after having seen your tape. So it's hard to say, how do you prepare for a lead role or to book a lead role when I'm hardly the person that makes it? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm the vessel that's been prepared for that because it's been written. God knew that in this time, when this comes, I would have needed you to be this person, and you would be ready to embody and be capacitated to show up for that person. So I'm sure a lot of people that I lead, there's probably a winning method somewhere. And I also wish to get it, But the best thing you can do for yourself as an actor, I think, is stay ready. This means that you're not sitting while you're in the seasons of waiting. Play with material. Be curious about what's out there. Play around, man. Like, it doesn't have to be material or material that is from someone else. Write little pieces of you if you have that inclination, or act like on your phone. Even if it's just for yourself. Work your body. I don't know. Kosi needed me to be fit. It needed me to be fit physically. And to have the stamina because of the amount of hours that we had with her and the amount of hours we spent on set, the moving. She did a lot of running in the beginning of the show. There was a lot of active, moving. And even the idea of Kosi always having, that, because it's that the costume was this, meaning her arms and her back was low-key out all the time. And to look back and think, Oh my God. Had I not gotten in my active bag the past year, I would have hated that. Now, how I look, I'm like, my goodness, look at those arms, you know? Now it's almost like I was preparing for Kosi, and I was in not knowing, you know? So it's important that we take over our bodies as actors because these are our instruments, you know? So it's the basic things that you can only keep yourself quick, witty, and on just being ready to play, improv, do things, play around, work out your body, eat well, you know, take care of yourself, read, do all of these things so that when you get something, a brief that tells you about a character, your mind is able to be stretched, you know, where you are able to see into this world and see how you can add all the life experience that you have been like gifting yourself with into this person, infuse life into them. Because how do you make something on paper alive without the full understanding of who they are? Because that's what we're asked to do every time we get a brief, you know. So the things you do while you're not working add to what you get to make the work to be. Absolutely. You know? So it's I guess it's for me it would be all of that that encompass building or preparing for a leading role or for any role. I think it needs to listen, it's great to look for the lead. But I'm also just like, without the supporters, the lead would not be leading. What would they be leading? So if you're also not a great lead in your supporting role.
Hey.
So we just need to be good leaders of ourselves, good leaders of our instruments as actors, be a good leader as an actor generally, right? So that when that role comes, regardless of its position, they know your work, they know your capability, they know that you can do the job. And people grow on shows. You know what I'm saying? You can get there as this support guy that says a couple of words, or this feature that says a couple of words, but where work has been done, things can be birthed. Because you can live in that space. And they can see, no man, there's more to this person than we thought. You know, because you've done the work. You've been preparing for this thing. All you've been waiting for is an opportunity. Just get me in the room. And when you get in the room, you don't play with that opportunity. So I guess that's all we need to do. Just get ready, man, to be in the room. Get ready to be in the room, regardless of the kind of a character that you're going for. So that and like these are small waters. These are small waters. I see so much more here. In fact, we have another character. Please just get there's these sides. Just sit in the foyer quickly and just get to know this person, and then we'll see you just now. Those are the things you get to build for yourself and birth for yourself when you work. That's how I got my first role. Like, I got there, and then the director got up and said, no, man, I actually see you for something else. I don't see you for this. He gives me the script. I read the script, and I'm like, in 5 minutes, I'm back in the room. Like, I'm a teenager, bro. Like, I'm like 13, what? 13, yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm done. I got you. And she's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. I'll do this at school, please. This is my thing. So it's when your muscle is ready, when your muscle is working. So stay ready, man. So you never have to get ready.
Yes, sir. That's my motto. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And you said your like that's a powerful thing that you just said, that your muscle is ready. That's I like when I'm not doing anything, I like doing, like, even if it's like a no budget or whatever, I like shooting something, or whether
you're always or whatever. Busy, and I love to see it. I love it.
Yeah, because what I've noticed is it's like any skill, the more you leave it untouched, you know, it gets rustier. You know, I remember my first ever, well, it wasn't my first ever, but my early days of auditioning and acting. It used to take me a long time. One line. One line. You understand? But now, the more I did it, I literally read it once, twice, and give back up once. I'm like, okay, let's run it without. The muscle is ready. So I love that. It is very important that you harness your Loxana, your script. And, wow.
That's a good example as well. That's such a good example. I think because sometimes we can say all of these broad terms, but you know, work your muscle, man. Just keep exercising your muscle, but what does that look like?
Yeah.
You know, what does that look like?
Yeah.
Read the lines, my
Yeah.
boy. Read the lines.
Yeah.
Get a script somewhere online, because you're always going to find these
Yeah.
things. Active Space is also a very big plug. They've got a lot of stuff on their website. Look at those things. You know what I'm saying? Just read something. And then if you maybe like say you telling yourself 3 days in a week, I'm going to take an hour out, read a script, and maybe on the 3rd day I'm going to perform it. And then every week you do that.
Yeah.
By the time an audition comes, maybe in the 3rd month, you sing that thing and you're like, no, man, it's like, I got that script now. The person that can, there's so much you can do because you have been doing this. You are in the habit of doing it. So it's a really good way to build muscle. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is a practical example.
Yeah, and your creativity also, your creative muscle is much more active the more you do that. You find that you're able to be witty with the script. So no, cool. Kudos. Shout out.
Cooking, my boy.
And funny enough, during your answer of that question, you actually answered a question that I had for later on, right?
Really?
So
love that.
Dope.
What was the question though?
The question was the bodies, right? How important is taking care of your body and making sure that you stay fit. For some roles. So we might still touch on it, but you highlight it. You also touched on this as well, but I still feel the need to ask it, right? How close do you get to your characters? Because I remember you were very close to Kosi. There's a post you posted. See, I stalk you. There's a post you posted. There's a post you posted one time where you were talking about how connected to Kosi you were, that even on set you were like the doctor. Like when people are not feeling well, you'd give them this and you'd give them that, and Kosi was an umpilisi, right?
Yeah.
So like how close do you get to your characters? Yeah.
I think it's never a plan, right?
Yeah.
I try not to. Even with Kosi, like I think I'm a person that enjoys getting into it, immersing myself into it, and then the minute they say cut, I make a joke, or like I become myself, right? Or I'm literally already in 6 mode, so that we can have those very distinct lines of, no, I'm not in character, or I'm not Kosi right now, or Kosi is taken over, kind of thing, right? And I mean, sometimes that has like disadvantaged me because I am mid laughter, and then they're like, Sisi, you get into to both acts, and obviously it's having to again be able to switch on and off, right? And also we respect the work we do, so we're not just gonna be out here acting crazy when we're supposed to be delivering.
Absolutely.
But I really try to separate myself. I think I love what I do and I respect what I do, but I never want to find, and hey, journeys are different for everyone. But I hey man, I thought Natasha was crazy. I loved I loved her spirit. I think she was crazy. She was getting it. But also I knew, but she's not me. She's not who I am. She's not what she. Like I don't relate with her stance and how she goes about communicating it or expressing it, right? And therefore I didn't spend much time with her unnecessarily. I wouldn't want to get close to Natasha unnecessarily. With Kosi on the other hand, and also the amount of time you spend with the character also has a lot to do with this as well, right? Because I had to be with Kosi for months, like 7 months. Every other day, like I probably had more work days than not, in different worlds also. So it was sort of hard not to, but the person that she was so beautiful. Her heart was amazing, her heart for people, what she stood for, her loving nature. Those were things that made it so easy for me to be close to her. I think some aspects of her were me. Like she borrowed a lot from who I am as well.
Yeah.
Even the thing of me being an umpilisio on
Yeah.
set, outside of course,
Yeah.
I think I grew up in a home where my mom always had medication.
Yeah.
Like we never. If I
Yeah.
got you, you got. Don't say less.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Because she's got hay fever, right, and sinus and stuff. So that's always like, she's always, there's always
Yeah.
pills around, and I sort of got in tune with that. But also because the job demanded so much from me, I had to always have on standby things that are going to help. I couldn't afford to go down. I couldn't afford to get sick,
Mm.
So I had to always make sure that I'm in good health.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Yes.
so medication needed to be on standby for me, but also that meant I could share with the people that are around me now.
Mm.
I could be the one to like help out and stuff, and that then correlated with Mpilisi and all of that, which was funny, but like also very cute and also really real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because also I love people, man. I think because it took so much from me. Even how I interacted with the crew, she really had heart for people, and that's what I do. That's who I am. I love serving people. Oh, jeez. Sorry. I
Yeah.
love serving people, and that character really called me to sit in the gifts that God has given me. Beyond just the
Yeah.
acting, but to really just try and take from the person that I am.
Yeah.
So how close I get to a character is dependent on the kind of person that the character
Mm.
is. How close are they to me?
Yeah.
Because also I don't want to be closely associated with something that's not me.
Yeah.
Something that's the opposite of who I am. I respect them enough to give them life and be truthful in their
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah.
but they don't have to be taking place in my life when they don't have to. They don't have to
Mm.
be close to me when they don't have
Yeah.
to. There's cutoff, there's boundaries,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I can't let your toxicity seep in through, because also for example, how you communicate with your partner, right? Imagine bringing Natasha home, you know, that's
It's a
a
problem.
no-no.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and for the longest time, I've had to deal with the stereotype of Xhosa
Hey.
women, especially in Joburg.
Hey.
You know,
Hey.
like I think I'm very gentle. I think I'm very wholesome. I think I'm a lady. I'm very feminine.
Yeah.
And Natasha, as
Yeah.
that, it has no space
Yeah.
in the girl that I think I am. In the girl that I try to be.
Yeah.
So there's no way I'm dragging that into who I am. So it depends on the kind of character it is, and maybe how long I have with them.
Yeah.
But it's really about who they are
Yeah.
and how aligned they are with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I get you. I get you. And it's interesting that you said that, right? Which of course was close to you. I guess back then, like it showed. I'm very good with my. I've got a good photographic memory. I
Mm-hmm.
remember. I don't know if that was our first interaction. I think it was, because that was like, okay, no, she's cool to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
because on set, some people don't want you to talk to them and whatever. So I'm always very wary. Yeah, well, so I remember we were in the hut. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, so it was the scene where you were the prisoner and we had to take you out, Sikelelwa Vuyeleni and stuff. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they were setting up outside and we were chilling, and then
Mm.
you sort of broke the ice and had the conversation with me. I don't know what I said. What did I say? I said something in Zulu though, and then you asked
Mm-hmm.
me if I'm Zulu or Xhosa. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And then, and then, oh, you were like, no, no, no. You were like, so I must push you, yeah, because I was supposed to get
Mm-hmm.
aggressive with you and stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, no, feel free to, to
Yeah.
like push me around.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what I said in Zulu in responding to that. And you were like, are you Zulu? And then I'm like, yeah. Yeah. No, no, you said, are you Xhosa? And then I said, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Zulu. It's like, okay. And then I was like, why? And then you said, no, there's something you said. The way you said it showed me with
Mm.
no, yeah, but a Xhosa person. So, yeah, I picked it up. No, from there, that's why I was like, okay, no, she's a cool person. So
Yeah.
when I know Kosi did have similarities, and I saw that as well. Yeah, but, so, yeah, I want to ask you this question, though. This is the question that I said, the Gaten Velengi Pale Pants, right? So, can you talk about, wait, no, before we get to that, sometimes in an audition, it's not even about how good you were, right? Like you can be really good. Yeah. And you kind of touched on this as well, but you find that you don't look the part. You understand? You're not the person they're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes there's physical attributes to a
Completely.
character. They
Yeah.
look a certain way. Maybe
Yeah.
they're dark skinned and you're light skinned or whatever. So I'm still learning it too, right? Can you talk about that and understanding the importance of understanding and accepting? It's not you, it's them.
Yeah.
You know.
The breakup.
Yeah. So can you talk about the importance of? Can you just talk about like sometimes it's that, and the importance of understanding. Would know like you did everything you needed to do. It is just a situation of maybe you didn't look the part.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yep.
It's a hard one. I think it's important for us as hungry as we are, you know, for work and for doing what we love. There needs to be an understanding of, hey, I'm here to serve,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
if I'm not serving the story as the creators of the story see fit,
Yeah.
then that's just what it is, right? So it's also important that you get the brief, you do all that you can, go into that room, you have an opportunity to work.
Yeah.
Because someone said it so beautifully, and I've never like looked back since, but it was a whole thing of Tina as actors, excuse me, our job is auditioning. That's your job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're showing up to your workplace when you go to audition.
Yeah.
So act like you've already gotten that gig, gotten that role, right? Show them this is who I would be on set.
Yeah.
You know, don't give them a piece of what you would be showing.
Yeah.
So after having done enough of that, be okay with that was a day's work. I'm done. That was a 1 day shoot. That was me going to exercise my muscle. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was, and leave it. And some auditions are brilliant, like so good, where you feel like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. You know, and you're like, they have to call me. Also, oh, it's Netflix. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? You have those, and as much as that's like really happening at the back of your mind, you need to always have a thing of, hey man, as badly as I want it, I'm letting it go. It's okay until they get back to me to say, can we see you again?
Yeah.
And then you can now start slowly investing your feelings into it, right? I remember there is a thing that I auditioned for, international level. For the first time, I am Vana, like, yo, but need the opportunity multiple times. And to a point where we had a director's audition, but they were like obviously overseas, so they were zooming in, and we had a conversation with the director, and they're like, do you want to ask any questions? Fam, I'm like, we are so close. We are so close. Got back to me like a couple of weeks back, or like weeks later. Hey, fine. They went to someone else. And not long after that, an article comes out. Someone got that role. I'm like, yeah, sure. But also, the thing is, I get to see the person they took. I'm like,
makes sense.
Makes so much sense. Like, I get it. And I think sometimes we get so consumed by our world and our needs and what we want, right? And what we think, but I'm capable, I can do this, that we're even blinded to that. There's people that probably would sell even the thing more than you because they've got experience in the space more than you, you know. It's even beyond how you look, because also it's a business, right? Also, I won't have to invest in having to make you fit by hiring trainers, because this person is already ready. This person looks the part already, as you say, right? And it's all of understanding that it's the business of what we do. It's beyond how good I am, how talented I am, how am I sellable? How much am I going to cost the production for me to be able to convey this person truthfully and in a way that they see the person that they wrote down on paper, right? Because sometimes you can blow them away so much and they're like, hey man, put 100K aside because we need to train them.
Yeah.
Put so much money aside because we need to make sure that this person looks the part, they're eating right, they're doing that. But again, context, where are you? You're in South Africa.
Yeah.
Would they do that?
Hey. Right.
Few and far between.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's hardly ever a situation where a production company in SA would be like, okay, cool. We are giving you 3 months to get to where you need to get to for this person, right? By the grace of God, you can get that. But it's not a norm in the industry. You must really be blowing these people away.
Yeah.
They must really be out of their seats for them to be like, we have to invest in this person. So it's important for us to get to a point where we realize that there are many moving parts around us. It's not just about my acting. It's not just about how good I am, how great I am at this thing. And also, people, the creators of these things have poured their hearts into this thing.
Yeah.
No one is owing us an opportunity. No one owes you a job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No one owes you a job. No one owes you the opportunity. It's truly grace. Because again, we have a caliber of great actors in this country. And again, as I say, to be a working actor is a blessing.
Yeah.
So when you do find that opportunity, even to come and audition, my boy, auditioning is briefs are scarce in this industry.
Yeah.
For you to be getting in those rooms is already enough of a win.
Yeah.
And we need to start finding, like, it's hard when there's nothing. You've been dry for months, yes. And you get this opportunity, like, God, you better make, and it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But it's really, it's a perspective thing. Understand the nature of the space that you've entered into. It's hardly about you.
Yeah.
It's hardly ever about you. Like, if you do the work and you show up fully each time, you're not the problem. You're just not what they're looking for.
Hey.
And that's okay. For me, when I look back, even that specific thing that I didn't get that was international, it got canned. It got canned. And the funny thing is, I would not have been able to shoot Agent 02 if I got it.
Hey. Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, God is always showing me why he didn't take me to certain places. And if you would be quiet enough, still enough to see it, you know, if we'd be investigating when you look at it and you're like, oh my God, if I hadn't died or Natasha hadn't died on adulting, 1802 would be a different conversation.
Right.
If Hawes didn't finish for me, like, God keeps showing me time after time that when I say no, I'm not saying it's the end.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's more.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's something else. I'm saying look another direction. I'm saying keep waiting. There's something I'm cooking. So again, we can't let God cook and not help him with the ingredients as well, right? Because we also need to show up in the space. You know, we need to show up with like, again, the opportunities are gonna come when they come. Are they finding you ready?
Yep.
So I think that's my journey of acceptance. That's how I learned to live and be okay and not be in my sorrows when I don't get an audition. Like this year, I've been doing so many like commercial castings, and there you get to learn. We don't even care a damn that you are a lead actress somewhere. We don't care a damn. Turn around, look that way, show. Get out of the room. Thank you so much for seeing us. Some people don't even touch the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, the industry is always evolving, man. Just get with the program, you know? And understand that you're not the biggest thing out there. You're not the biggest. I think it also needs humility. The industry needs humility, you know? It's good to know and understand that, listen, I'm talented. And that's the confidence you get in there with. But also be, like, really humble enough to know, there's so much more that's happening around me. It's not just about me. The spotlight is not only on me. Yeah.
Hey, come on, man. Come on. I guess it goes back to what you were saying. Like, stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. You need to stay ready, man. And funny enough, you kind of answered into this next question, right? Because my question was the importance of making sure that you take care of yourself and then you look the part. Yeah, but we train so much. For example, there's a Shaka Ilembe, right? There's an to such shows need you to be physically fit. And in SA, it's not like in Hollywood where they have 6 months to prepare. Here, usually we are shooting within a week or two.
Umuntu ozohlala next to umeli isizwe every day.
You understand?
Ngena mfana, and look ruthless, my boy.
Yeah. Look dangerous.
How am I gonna look ruthless when you call me today and tomorrow I'm your set? Yeah, it's wild.
So you need to already be there.
Yeah.
So it just highlights on the importance of, like, within the waiting period, make sure that you look the part, man. The roles that you might want to be going for, they find you ready for them as well.
Exactly. Don't say in the space, I want to play action.
Yeah.
I want to do this, but you uzama kunya every day.
Kanjani. You are helping almost. You can't even run.
TV. Sure. Then act like it. You know what I'm saying? In the point that you're making about looking the part, there's something that changed how I view auditions forever. Had a conversation during the 1802 shoot with Ulunat, my co-star. Lunati, stunning girl. She doesn't. The level is always here. It's up or nothing.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about auditioning and how she had to show up that day for auditioning and stuff. She had to hire someone to come do her face and her hair so that she could go to an audition to look the part. And I was like, are you serious? Having to pay someone to go do a job you haven't gotten.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is a different level of commitment. And obviously, it's not by chance that you see what, like, Lunati is a big deal.
Yeah.
She is killing it.
Yeah.
She is doing, bro, like, Kima.
Yeah.
Like, she has figured out this is the winning model and I'm going after her. She knows her strengths and she's doing that.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing was look the part. When you get into an audition, let them not have to figure out or picture you. How would you look if you were to put it in a wig?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, sure. Yeah. Fucking makeup and no. Don't make people have to pull at straws to find. You can be a great talent, but you don't look it. You don't look what I want you to look like. So from that day onwards, I understood the importance of showing up in an audition with makeup that is proper, that is relevant to the character. If this person is 18, this person is 20, I'm not gonna show up looking like brows and fleek, like a 28-year-old, like a 30-year-old. No, I'm not gonna do that. You should be pulling through there low-key, barefaced, and just cover up whatever you need to cover up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How is she dressed? But what does this person do? She like show up. So I wanted to just double down on that point, Ubana. They're showing up, dressing like the character, looking like the character, so that when you do show up in that room, they see the fullness, and that fullness will be coming together with the performance that you have prepared that is excellent. So that they can just put a camera in front of you and say, action. This person is already on set.
Yes.
We're not going to have issues here. This person is already on set. Exactly, Mbulelo. She invested in what she believed in. It's important. It's so important. It goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Like, we may not even see you for this character that you came here for. We're seeing you, oh my God, I've got a project coming up and I think you'd be brilliant for it. You don't even have to audition.
Yeah.
Those are the things you buy yourself when you show up fully.
Fam, I agree with you. Yazi, let me show you. It's so I had to move there. I want to charge my phone.
No problem.
Lalela. It's too much. It's too much. But I like what you said about, like, people don't understand the amount of investment that you have to go through in this. Because when you say that, I remember for there's a role I played last year on Scandal, and the role I played on thingy, on my brother's keeper. Yeah, boom. Both gangsters, right? Mina bethi umfana wecawe mina ngiyele esontweni nani. You know, I remember for Cisco, I literally had to go buy it. I didn't have this. I had to go buy this. I had to go buy a cigarette. So that I look like a gassy gent who's thuggish. Yeah, but what else did I have to go buy? I forgot, but I literally had to go buy something else. And then for my brother's keeper, I had to go buy a gun because they said, I remember reading the brief, they said he has like his relationship with the gun is like, yo, this guy loves a gun. Like,
intense. Yeah.
You know, it's like he grew up with the gun. So I'm like, eh. So that would mean I need to have to show my relationship. I had to go by, hey, I called someone to come help me. I looked for a gun, son. I don't know how many shops I went to, like Josie. I couldn't find the gun. I eventually found it at ShopRite, but it was the blue one. I couldn't find the black. I'm just like, they used to sell a black gun at ShopRite. What happened?
What happened?
You know?
Yeah.
So I couldn't find a black gun. I'm like, I must understand the guys. At least there's a gun.
You made the effort and you found a gun.
Yeah, and I found that in both instances when I did that, I actually got the role. So you have to look as close to the role you're talking about as possible. If it is
show up.
If you need to do makeup, do makeup. Do what you need to do in order for the thing to be. So yeah, now she's talking facts, guys. It's not a myth. I don't think I'm gonna go on it. And she's not lying.
You are a testimony, my
Listen,
brother. You are a testimony.
A living, walking one.
Come on. Exactly.
Dope. Man. Okay. So this one, right? So life, right, is full of lessons. Yeah, bon. And this industry is also full of lessons. Yeah, bon. So what I want to ask you is that what are some of the lessons, or is there something that you wish your younger self knew coming into the industry that someone who's watching right now, yeah, bon, you think is very important for them to know, or maybe something that you learned that you think has helped you? You know, what is that thing, or what are those things that you've learned within the industry that you think they'll be beneficial for someone who's young and they're saying they want to be actors or whatever?
One, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be accessible to everything and everyone. Take care of your personal space. Don't be overly nice to an extent where you are compromising who you are, right? I think it's easy, especially in the beginning, to want to be liked by everyone, right? It's easy to want to appease people, to people please, to get in the right rooms, to, don't. It doesn't take away from you needing, be polite, be kind, be a genuine person, but don't do things for people. Don't do it because do it because it also aligns with who you are.
Yeah.
So this is also linked to identity.
Hey.
Know that like this is like a big thing for me right now. I think it's the next conversation I want to have, right?
Yeah.
Because you are entering an industry that's going to be giving you many forms of you. That's going to be telling you who you are.
Yeah.
That's going to be trying to push you to put you in a box, to depict to say all things over you.
Yeah.
So it's important for you to know who you are.
Yeah.
Who is your identity rooted in, right? So that everything that you do is not misaligned with that identity that you sort of said. And it's okay to evolve.
Yeah.
But evolve because you have to. It's because change is the only constant, right?
Yeah.
But evolve then, knowing, being aware of where it is you're coming from and what it is that you're then growing to be, or what your vision is. But don't move and be swayed around like water, like someone that doesn't have a base, that doesn't have a root, that doesn't have a foundation.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's like one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
Learn to handle money well early. Because the industry comes and goes, the ebbs and flows, there's ups and
Yeah.
downs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one moment you're earning and for the next you're not,
Yeah.
right? You're not earning for like a year after
Yeah.
working for 3 months. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
How do you then make a life out of that?
Yeah.
So with that, with that in mind, with the kind of lifestyle you have, right? Don't try to be something that you are not yet, because getting 1 gig, 2 gigs, 3 gigs may not change your life
Yeah.
drastically, right?
Yeah.
So it's important that you keep in
Yeah.
check with where you are and
Yeah.
stay where you are until you really understand about, oh wow, I can live for the next 6 months, for the next year without needing a job.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when you then realize, okay, sure,
Yeah.
all right, maybe we can get a new place, all right,
Yeah.
sure, you know what I'm saying? Because I can afford the rent for the next 6 to 7 months to even a year, you know what I'm saying? So it's important that you look at your life and be realistic and how much you earn. And I remember Utamkulu John Kani once said something about told a story about Atandwa coming to him and saying, "Oh my God, Dada, I'm rich," or like I can't remember what the I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And you asked him, "How much do you have?" And he said, "I've got 40K." And he's like, "No, you don't." He said, "No, you don't." And this was early in the days, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
40K was
Yeah.
worth
It was a lot.
something. But he said,
Yeah.
"You don't have 40K, my son, because you don't know when you're gonna get another 40K."
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
So that means that 40K needs to last you until the next thing.
Mm.
So you
Hey.
don't have money, in
Mm.
fact. You don't have money. So I think obviously we're seeing how our industry is right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
seeing the stories that keep coming up every other
Yep.
day. There is no sense of sustainability and being protected financially.
Yeah.
So how you handle your money is so vital. I've had to learn this the hard way. I'm still learning some aspects. No one is going to teach you how to handle your money. No one.
Yeah.
You need
Yes.
to be curious yourself to try and figure out how can I better this, right?
Yeah.
And I think, lastly, invest.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself, invest in your craft, invest in the vision that you have for yourself. If you don't build that vision, look around,
Mm.
see the people that you aspire to become like, and study them, see what they've done, how they've come to be the people that they are. Ask questions, learn, be curious. You know, it's a journey that's gonna keep changing, that's going to want a lot from you. But when you know your why and are rooted in it, and you've got a vision that you're aspiring or going after, it's going to help you. I'm learning these things as I'm saying them as well. You know, I'm still in my becoming.
Yeah.
We're not going to lie and say we don't have the examples. The examples that there's people that have managed to diversify to
Absolutely.
become more than, what they entered this industry to become. And I can't say more than just an actor, because some people are called to just be actors and be really brilliant at that. And also, even the understanding of you, if you're saying, I just want to be an actor, you also need to understand the business of acting.
Yeah.
You can't just understand the performance and be in love and gaga with the performance. You need to know you are the business as an actor,
Yeah.
right? And how do you treat a
Mm.
business? You are an entrepreneur,
Mm.
essentially. So those are invest in that knowledge, invest in how you then operate in that, right? For example, I'm just even reminded by this last comment, Kambule Lobana, investing in what you believed in. Lunati is, you see it. She's a brand.
Yeah.
Lunati is a brand.
Yeah.
She has mastered
Mm.
branding. She is a
Mm.
brilliant actress that can take off who her cool self is.
Mm.
Because when Lunati steps out of a character and she's Lunati,
Yeah.
badass. You know that.
Yeah.
And she steps into a character,
Yeah.
kills it. So it's having to find that, and as you are a business, treat yourself like one,
Mm.
and we have fallen into the trap of being artists.
Mm.
And it's not a bad thing to be an artist,
Mm.
but make sure that your art can sustain you,
Hey.
you know,
Yeah.
because we'll be artists hungry. not cute, you know?
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for us not to get to a point where we are bitter and in agony and in a hateful state of the thing that we
Hey.
once loved,
Hey.
it's important to be very, very open minded when we enter it and see it beyond than just this fluffy, fairy, oh my God, I want to be a star, I want to be in movies. No, because it's not that. It's not that. It's not
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are my three top things I think that we should look into, identity, um, the last one which is really investing in your craft, and what did I say the second one was? Hey, kudala ngikhuluma bani? um but invest in that, man. Invest in yourself and show up. Money, yes, and take care of your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and learn your money.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, bro, that's all of the stuff you said is so profound and very important. Because especially in SA, I always say that SA is not Hollywood. You know, it's not like in Hollywood. Hollywood actors can do one project and be good for the next 5 years. Here, it's a different story. So it is very important for someone to step into this industry, SM Zanzi, knowing all of the things that you just said. Because I think if you master those, especially the investing money and knowing how to handle your money, um, you'll end up in a better place.
Yeah.
I also want to look at the I think the second thing you said, if I'm not mistaken, the branding, right?
Mm-hmm.
How important is it, um, like right now? You kind of touched on it, but I want you to like delve deeper in it. The presence, social media presence in right now's world. How important is it to build a brand and make sure that your following as well, you work on that? Because a lot of people, I know a lot of people who say, I'm not a social media person, I just want to focus on acting, but it is a business, like you said, after all. So there are people who look at the selling aspects of who can sell more, you know and I think the numbers sort of contribute to that. If I'm looking at someone who's a good actor, let's say for example there are two, we're left with two people to audition right now,
Yeah.
and it's hard to decide because maybe they are evenly matched as far as performance is concerned. You know, um, like when you look at numbers,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be able to answer that question. I'll let you
Yeah.
like how how important is it? Yes, you can be an artist, you can be an introvert or whatever, but you're stepping
Yeah.
into a business that works with people. So introvert backwards to a certain extent, you kind of have to leave it at the door. So how important is it to work on your brand and ensuring that you grow your presence as far as the world and that you become sellable? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, it's even sad to even have that
it's a lie.
okay. Um, it's even hard to have that that kind of conversation without breaking the hearts of artists,
Yeah, yeah,
because some people just want to be artists, man. I love what I do. I don't know why my followers have to enter. I don't know why my social media has to, be a thing. And it's not a bad place to be in. It's not a bad thought or school of thought, right? But again, we also can't run, especially as the young generation of
yeah,
artists, right? Um, we cannot run away from this is the kind of space we are existing
yeah,
in, right?
yeah,
There are channels. Channels have Instagram accounts,
yeah,
and trailers come out, um, pictures and videos of behind the scenes, conversations with the actors on set. Okay, look, there's all of this media coverage around the shows that have been done now,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And as someone that potentially has, let's say, 20K followers compared to 5K followers, I know by you posting that there's a new role coming, we are at least guaranteed 2,000 people out of your 20,000 that are gonna have their eyes on our show, and that means advertising money because shows make money by advertising. So the amount of eyes on the
Yeah.
show that we have created
Yeah.
means that we are getting our ROI out of this thing. You know, the return of investment is literally it's tangible because we can see already we can estimate the converting. You know, we can already convert by just seeing how many people you have. Also, so it's important that you at least try, you know. And also I think it's important to understand that sometimes being a social media present person doesn't mean becoming something that you're not,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yes.
It's good to build a social media presence authentic to you,
Yeah.
because again, there's a niche audience out there, people that are really here to see who you are when I'm not watching you on screen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Mm.
I'm curious, who are you, you know?
Yeah.
um and for example, me, and also the seasons, right? There was a point where I posted a lot, and then there was a point where I was just like, oh, Katela, yo, like,
It is good.
Lalela,
It
this thing's
is
not
good.
paying me, you
Yeah.
know? This
Yeah.
thing is not paying me, so I have to now figure out how to make it, no, you
Uh-huh.
know?
Uh-huh.
But also, it's about those little things, they're investing. It's
Yeah.
back to that investing
Yeah.
conversation. Um, like putting up one picture a week
Mm.
that you
Mm.
probably have taken 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
a month ago,
Yeah.
is not an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just keep being out there, but also strategically, it goes back to your vision. What kind of success do you have in your head of yourself? What kind of actor do you want to be?
Mm.
Where do you want to go? Because again, if you understand deeply the kind of industry you're in, you know that jobs are not always consistent.
Mm.
So how else can you diversify? How are you going to how are you going to pay your bills if you're not
Yeah.
working? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it stops now becoming a thing of just posting. You need to be strategic, right? I
Yeah.
am building a brand. Therefore, I want to be someone that brands look at and think, oh, this person could sell my product. This
Yeah.
person could be in great alignment with what we are talking about or what we're trying to put out there, you know? So it's putting yourself in a position where people can collaborate with you, people can do business with you, right? So take care of that, you know, invest in that. Don't look at it as a chore, you know, or something that you just perspective again. What is your perspective? What are you leading with, kind of thing?
Yeah.
That should help, you know, so that even what it is that you put out there, or the kind of social media presence you have, is purposeful and it's
Yeah.
not just, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
I'm on
you're on
6%.
6%. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 I
I
get
don't
you.
have a charging thing close to me,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I get you. I get you. I get you. No. Okay. Cool. Cool. I think let's hold it here. We'll have to organize a part two because you're so loaded, man. And this is why I was excited about this because
Thank you.
I knew good to know this is gonna be loaded, and it has been. You know, your answers are so um, they've got so much substance. You know, it's not just the
Thank
dry
you.
answer and stuff. You put thought into your answers, and there's so much to learn from you, man. So yeah, we'll definitely organize the part two. But I want to thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
investing and giving me your time, man. You know, like umuntu makunikeza isikhathi sakhe, it's not a small thing to me because time is money, guys. You know, you could be doing so much, you could be spending time with family or whatever. So for you to invest how two wow 2 hours of your time to me.
Literally, I have a friend over and she's had to, yeah, literally. I cooked and then I sat down and
Oh,
yeah, we haven't even had supper. So,
yeah.
yeah.
No, thank you so much. I really don't take it lightly. I mean this from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for, you know, saying yes to the initiative and believing in the vision as well. And, you know, giving back to the people. You know, so many people are inspired by you. So many people love you. I showed you some of the comments from my Facebook and my Instagram, my WhatsApp. People are going crazy saying, oh, I love her. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming here and sharing all this information with us. I learned so much. I enjoyed talking to you. I got to know you on a personal level. I look up to you. I'm inspired by you. I love you. I love your work.
I love
And
you.
yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing more from you, man. I'm just excited. This was fun for me. This was
Thank
very fun for me.
you. It was
And
also
there's
fun
no
for me. Yeah.
hey,
It was also fun for
yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I like this. I like you a lot. I think you're amazing. Thank
Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I really,
Thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
you. This is
Thank you
really
so
beautiful.
much. Thank you.
And I pray that one day God allows this platform to be so big, because
Amen.
I don't think it's the gift you have. There's a gift that you have in the speaking, in the conversation, it's in your voice. It's how you conduct the conversation. There's so much. Like I remember seeing like a couple of others that you've done before, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I want, and that's like immediately when I said yes, and I was like, it's like a month away. This is so far. So really, 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 I had a good time tonight as well. So thank you for having me. Thank you for saying, hey, let's do it. And for not giving up on me. Thank you for not giving up on me. For like following up and asking again. I really, really appreciate it. This is so beautiful. And I've also learned, because sometimes things stay in our heads, but when you articulate them, they get to become clearer. So I'm grateful for having gotten the chance to be able to say things and also see what God has for me as well. Because I think sometimes the things we say are utterances from God. So those are also, that's wisdom from God coming through us as well. So to have been also a vessel of that in this space is just something that's big for me. I'm gonna have to look back at this conversation and learn the things also that God bestowed upon me for this conversation. So I'm grateful for this opportunity that the Lord can also work through you and through this conversation for things to be shed to light. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And may God grant you more and more open doors and more open gates. And
Yes, Lord, I
this
receive.
season of waiting
Yay!
may be more than worth it. More than worth it. This is a big deal for me. And yeah, may God return favor to you, man. Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
enjoy the rest of your night. And thank your friend for me for borrowing you to us for like 2 hours plus.
I will. I will. I really will. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Have a good night yourself.
I
Enjoy church tomorrow.
absolutely you can't miss it for anything. What? You know the vibes, bro. You know the
Please,
vibes.
please. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
brother.
much, man. Thank you so much. We'll talk with regards to when we can
Do the
pick this
second
up.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But thank you so
Okay,
much,
cool.
man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you. I'm full. Have a good
thank
one.
you. You too.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been yours truly, handsome hunky, no Aramis, the one, no number two, aka yes, sir, Mr. Content. I told you guys I'm gonna bring you guys these people. It has been dope. It has been lit. Mbulelo, my number one viewer, Jaya Mbulelo and Malwandu, Malwandu Sapo. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have been here. Thank you so much for sticking with me, for sticking with us. I know it's been a long session. I feel sorry for your data. Hopefully, you guys are on Wi-Fi. Hopefully, you guys are on Wi-Fi because this has been going on for a while since 7. Wow, wow. Well, maybe since half 7ish. Yeah, but so thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it so much. She's amazing. She's super talented. Nyamazi from wherever you guys have watched it, and she's loaded in as well. So yeah, I'm gonna look back to this as well and check out how did the interview go, and pick up some notes because like she shared so much. Thank you guys for sticking around. Yeah, man. I also have another viewer, another guest. Next week's guest is also crazy, super talented lady. I can't wait to talk to her. I'm gonna post on my stories as the week progresses. I just have to confirm if we're still on. But yeah, the guest is crazy. The guest is crazy. It's another Oga, another lady. Because most people are saying, you always bring niggas. I brought you a hand this time. I hope you I brought you a lady. I brought you a lady. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for rocking with me. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Now, I've been sitting for about 2 hours. My back is backing. Thank you, guys. I love you guys so much. It is yours truly, handsome man, Mr. One. Mr. Content. Because I'm serving wild ish hot. See you guys next week. Peace and love, man. And please share the live. Share the live with whoever you know likes or wants to learn more about the industry, and tell them not to miss the next one. Gets better and better.